well, not just feminine, but the real very human side of Art Deco. And Art Deco is kind of curved lines with very linear, you know, think Empire State Building. That's Art Deco, but yet it's, I'm not Empire State, but the Chrysler Building. Again, Art State Building too. Okay, so anyways, she said, well, this is my great aunt. This is her art, and I'm just, you know, and she had an original, and I didn't know who Tamara was like at the time, and you know, I kind of thought like, oh, that's, you know, I liked her work. I thought she was just some local gal, you know, this artist. But this picture just stuck in my mind, and I got home, and I think a few weeks or a month later or so, I thought, you know, I got to think of that name, and I came up with it, looked it up, and fell in love with her work. My next gal is, and she, you know, her adversity, she had a lot of adversity too. She, like she said, lived on the fringe of society, and there was a lot of different, you know, you'd have to read her biography to really, I don't want to get into that. But Frida Kahlo is probably one of my favorite artists of all time. And again, she almost died in a bus accident and lived her adult life. I mean, I think her accident was when she was 16 or 17. And all her adult life, she lived in pain, like incredible pain. And you can see it in her art. We had an exhibit of hers came to Minneapolis. And, you know, to see it in real life is just unbelievable. It was so cool. So I invited a few of my friends to go to the exhibit that I thought might appreciate it. And you know, that morning I called my husband at work as usual, and I said, well, you know, I'm heading to the Walker, blah, blah, blah. And he said, you know, you should draw a unibrow on your forehead. Or, you know, just, and he was just kidding. But, so, you know, I thought, well, that'd be kind of fun. So I came to my art lair and pulled out some black construction paper, and I made unibrows for me and my friends. And we got there, and I handed out my unibrows, and I've got a picture of me and one of my friends, Cheryl. She didn't want to wear it, and she's like, well, why would we wear this? And I said, because it's fun. So, and I swear on a stack of Bibles and Girl Scout honor, and you can call Cheryl, I'll give you her number, or anybody else that was with us. We had these unibrows on, and people literally, like, we split up, you know, everybody, you know, like, somebody would look at this picture, and we, you know, we'd split up. And at the end of it, we're all just like, we couldn't believe how many people came up and asked us, where'd you get the unibrows? Or, you know, did you get those at the gift shop? Are they selling those in the gift shop? I swear to God, I could have sold 100 of them that day. So anyways, I saved my own, and I actually had an extra one. So, Yolie, this is your unibrow. And it has a little piece of red line tape. That's all we did. I just put red line tape, and everybody wore them, the four of us. And I swear to you, people wanted them so bad because, and I thought it was like a big joke. I mean, it is a big joke. It's funny, but I was like, man, I wish, you know, it was kind of towards the end of the exhibit that was running here. Otherwise, I thought I would have made a bunch, and there's just black construction paper, and I cut them with like my kitchen scissors so it looks kind of hairy. But I thought I would have just cut a bunch out and gone there and sat outside the Walker and sold them because I could have. I mean, that's how many people want them. It was hilarious. But so here's a picture of Frida, and then here's this is 2008 when it was at the Walker. This is a card that I got there, and this is one of her artworks. And you know, she's another one. If you don't know her work, you know, it's not for everybody, and it's probably not anything that you would have hanging in your house, but just to learn her story and understand the pain she went through for life in her life, and how that came out in her artwork. It's incredible. So here's the quotes I have for her. Her quote is, "My painting carries with it the message of pain." And then this is what Andre Breton said of her. and this is like, this wraps up, I mean, this explains Frida's art in a nutshell. The art of Frida Kahlo is a ribbon around a bomb. And when you see it, it's, you know, it's just so true. But so that's kind of a fun thing. I mean, we had fun with it, but it was very poignant to go through that exhibit just knowing what her story is. So of course I have to have Martha Stewart because, you know, isn't she like all of our inspiration, or for a lot of us, I'm sure. And Yolanda said that, and if this cuts off, I'm sorry, I babble, and I'm going to get an egg timer or something, or like a little, you know, kitchen timer, because I can't see the time thing, and, you know, I just talk too much. Anyways, Yolie said that her friends call her Martita Stewart, you know, because Yolie is Hispanic, and they call her Martita, so I had to include Martita. And her quote, of course, is, "It's a good thing." And I also included her getting hauled off to jail, and just a, you know, perfect Martha picture. And a little story about this. And I didn't include it because I don't know if Yolie would like it, but when she was being taken through the trial and this and that, quite honestly, I think, you know, yeah, maybe she did something she wasn't supposed to do, but I've always thought, you know, if you had money in stock like that, and somebody said, oh, gee, you know, it's going to tank, yeah, I'd leave it there, would you? I mean, come on, you know, I mean, and, you know, now it's like we've got Bernie Madoff that literally made off with a lot more than her. Anyway, so I made T-shirts when she was going through the, you know, trial and everything. I made T-shirts that said, and I used, you know, I just did it on my computer, and I used a font like that with colors, and I had a T-shirt that said "Save Martha," and then I had a really stupid saying under it about, you know, he who wouldn't pull their money out. It was just really dumb. But anyway, so Yolie, if you want a T-shirt like that, I still have I just used an iron-on transfer, and I still have the file, and I certainly can make you one. I can always put you know, I can make it say something else too. So, you know, like maybe Save Martita or something, you know. But anyways, okay, so my next inspiring woman is Petra Nemkova, and she is a model from Poland, and she is the woman when the tsunami hit Thailand.